Kids are so different. They're not like we were, where we were like, that's just the way it was. The millennials are just such a different product, and we have to be engaging them in a way that's different.
The only secret to it is that teachers have to step up and say, all right, we're going to get these students across the board.
The main thing we talked about was how teachers are evaluated. We had the perspective of a superintendent of an entire district, a principal, and myself as a teacher.
It isn't just enough to produce test score results. In our community said, we want our kids engaged. When they come home from school, we expect an A on the science test, and then we expect them to say, I love science.
Kids should love to come to school, and kids should be curious, and kids should be able to go into high school and be curious about science and English and robotics and those things. Tests aren't the end-all be-all of what a kid knows and what a kid can do, and I think when we start placing that on kids, we're really doing a disservice to them, and we're pigeonholing kids before they even get that chance to graduate high school and to do things that may be beyond what anybody would have imagined.
We have a standardized test that somebody back east writes that is testing whether or not students could be ready for college. I don't want to be graded for every teacher below me that is teaching it. I want to be graded on my merits and of what I can do to help the student become successful.
I give my students a test the first day they come in the room. It's a litmus. And they're like, what? I said, this is your baseline. So we're going to take the test, and we're going to see what you know. And my goal is that by the time we get done with the fifth test, they're doing better than they did on the first test. And that shows student growth.
Realistically, you could be testing kids on work in April that really they may not know till the end of June.
When they walked in the door, let's see what they look like. And when they walk out the door, they should be better.
A lot of the questions were us trying to make sense of our system to people who don't work with our system every day.
In our district, we have 6 periods, 4 years. If you fail, you're credit deficient. Why do we set up a system where students cannot fail?
Core 24 is the death knell of CTE. There is no mistake about that.
And I do think we run the risk of disengagement because we're shutting kids out of some of those very things that we need the most.